cloning. Now, yeah, I mean, man, I truly just got to be led by the Spirit concerning this stuff right here, because, see, this stuff right here is just some, like, for one, like, honestly, this stuff is just truly, it's very deep. And see, what you gotta understand is that, this stuff is very real, and also, the stuff that I'm getting into, as I'm getting into it, this stuff is truly not about me. And I'm just going to be transparent about me, too, before I even get into this, because this stuff is deep, and this stuff is beyond the surface and beyond you people. Excuse me. And, God is leading me to do this. But, I'm going to be transparent about me, too, before I even get into this, because God is leading me to do all these things. That's what you got to understand. But before I even get into this cloning stuff and all that stuff, Mello speaking too. God just wants me to share, like, you people should already know who I am by now too, and all that stuff. But anyhow, before I even get into these matters, because this is a very deep one right here, and I was debating with God in the Spirit about this. This is one of those type of messages too. I was debating with God about in the Spirit, but he's leading me to do this. But anyhow, before I even get into this stuff though, I would not be able to give this to you too. The thing is, if I sold my soul to the devil, or if I was not a part of God's kingdom, I would not be able to give this to you, because I would just be a part of the enemy. That's what you gotta understand. I would be a part of the enemy in his kingdom, and God knows even more deeper matters concerning that stuff. I would not be able to give you this type of message at all if I sold my soul to the devil. That's what you gotta understand. That's what you gotta understand. So you people who be, you religious people, you Christians, this stuff ain't for you either. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But certain beings will be listening to this. I'm already knowing. But overall, what you gotta understand is that, humbly speaking, I'm just, I'm a part of heaven's agenda, and just, I'm a part of heaven. That's what you gotta understand. And all this deep stuff concerning me being handpicked by God, and just, sent from heaven for real, all glory to God, the God of Israel. And see, what you gotta understand is that I would not be able to give you this type of message if I sold my soul to Satan, or if I compromised who I was in God, or if I wasn't just a part of God's kingdom. I would not be able to give you this, because I would be doing other things concerning Satan and concerning, certain stuff. Like, I would be just doing other things, is what you gotta understand. And I would have lost my soul too, I would have lost my soul, and I would be on my way to hell. That's what you gotta understand. That's what you gotta understand. That's what you truly gotta understand before I even get into this stuff. Because see, you people look at stuff on the surface, but you don't understand that I'm paying a heavy price to get to heaven. And this is deeper than this platform. That's what you gotta understand too. But see, I'm about to get into these things for sure. But see, I gotta be led by the Spirit with everything. I'm not worried about you people's emotions and all that stuff. I'm telling you what I know. Like, I would not be able to give you a message like this if I sold my soul to Satan, or, just pursued my dreams too, to the fullest, is what I'm saying. If I pursued my dreams to the fullest and just got caught up with that, and, God did not preserve me for certain things and all this deep stuff, because God wants me to share this stuff before I even get into this. I would not be able to give you a message like this. I would be more or less a part of the enemy's kingdom and potentially going to hell, is what you gotta understand. That's what you really gotta understand, because it's not a game, it's not a joke. Hell is real, and there's many sections in hell, and many tormenting souls and beings and people in hell, whether you believe this or not. And see, I could easily have been given over to that if, God had not preserved me concerning his kingdom, because I am a part of God's kingdom. And I'm just sharing these things because God is leading me to share this stuff. And once again, I would not be able to give you certain people this type of message. And this is really just for God's people and all this stuff. Everybody else, this is not for you. This is not for you hypocrites, you people who pretend you have no sin. This is not for you either. You will be a part of hell and all that stuff. It's not a game though. It's not a joke. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. This stuff's not a game, because I'm about to get into these deep matters, because God is just leading me to do this type of message, because I was really debating with God, this stuff is already surface to me, but it is a real matter. And I already know about this stuff already. But see, what you gotta understand is God is doing a new thing. And, I'm just not a part of this realm too, is what you gotta understand about me too. I do belong to heaven. God picked me for his will and for his kingdom. I'm heaven sent and all this deep, deep stuff, if I'm being real with you people. And see, once again, before I get into this, I would not be able to give you a message like this if I sold my soul to the devil or, anything concerning that matter, And I've already been very transparent with you people. And it's not a game with that stuff, because there's going to be more stuff coming concerning these deep matters, speaking of that stuff, And I'm just, I'm going to the end concerning God's kingdom. That's what you gotta understand with me. It doesn't matter about this other stuff that you people get caught up with. What I'm telling you is that, once again, I wouldn't be able to give you this type of message if I sold my soul to the devil, or just went down the path of just my dreams too, with the devil, that stuff too, And a lot of stuff plays a role in just my overall journey, and just how God sees me in the spirit realm. God sees the deeper matters with this stuff too. That's why I truly do love about God. But see, getting into this cloning stuff, this stuff is very deep, because cloning is real. And as I'm getting into the stuff about the spirit, see, the thing about the cloning stuff is, there is certain, I want to say certain people who operate pretty much with the devil. It doesn't matter if they're these certain, I want to say physician, however you say that word, physician, something like that. Physician, I want to say laboratory physician type people, however you say that word, and I'm just being led by the spirit, because like I said, this stuff is deep. But physician or laboratory, I'm just going to say type people. Yeah, they do run tests, and they've been doing this for quite some time in a way, and all this stuff. And it's still taking place in this timeline as well. It is. And see, cloning is, it's a real matter, because it's not just some celebrity thing. That's what you truly got to understand with this stuff. And you people not spiritual, so I already know you people are done, because you people get caught up with the surface once again. You people love worshiping this stuff right here. But see, you don't want to worship Jesus. You don't want to worship God and the God of Israel, and you don't want to be a part of his kingdom. And more or less, you can't even be a part of it if God has no interest in you anyway. So, I'm already knowing, but I'm just stating this stuff the way I'm stating it, because God is flowing through me. But what I'm telling you is that, this cloning shit is real. And see, it is deep, because many people lose their souls, and this stuff is happening in this timeline too, whether you people believe this or not. But pretty much God just gives people over to the enemy in so many ways. That's what you gotta understand. And then others, like I said, they pretty much, these certain people, they try to break out of certain matters concerning the elites and concerning all this stuff. And see, that's what I'm saying. These people go so far with the devil, and then like I said, this is also too, as I'm being led by the Spirit, this is not for you conscious people too. Like you people who just love that consciousness stuff and, you think you're conscious. Like you're going to be conscious, all right, in hell. That's the thing. You're going to be conscious in hell because you people have misled so many people with that shit. And see, this ain't for you people either. You people are being judged by God. And all I got to say is like, God will show mercy to whom he showed mercy to. But majority of you, your mercy is just done. I'm being real because this stuff right here is deep. This is a deep topic right here. And see, once again, I wouldn't be able to give this to you if I sold my soul to the Satan or anything. And see, the thing is, this is not about me proving anything or anything, but God just wants me to share this stuff because, yeah, this stuff is real. And yeah, getting back into this stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, these certain people, they, the physician, laboratory type people, whatever you want to say. Yeah, they run these tests. They've been doing it for quite some time too. That's the thing. I don't have to get into the timeline of things, but they've been doing it for some time. And pretty much, it's still taking place. And see these certain people who are like somewhat still conscious. Yeah, I mean, pretty much like they try to do this, like these certain people who are part of industry stuff. I would say industry or industry stuff, or certain people who do have an influence or whatever you want to say. But see, the thing is, it's not just about them too. There's other beings that are being cloned too. But anyhow, these certain people who are somewhat still conscious and God has not given them over to the enemy just yet and all this stuff, whoever God is truly showing mercy to and all that deep stuff. Pretty much, I mean, these people try to speak out concerning what's going on and they try to expose stuff concerning the enemy and the industry and all that stuff. And see, what you got to understand is that majority of these people, they're done, though. Is what you got to understand, because they already sold out to the enemy, at a high level. And a lot of people, I'm just going to be real, like there's very few people who can really recover their soul. That's what you got to understand about this stuff. There's very few people that can really recover their soul. And God will, once again, God will show mercy to whom he shows mercy to. And that's what you got to understand about this. So whether they're a celebrity or not, or whether they're influential or not, and this is also happening to many other beings too. This is not just about fame, people, and all that stuff. See, you people are done, man. I'm telling you, you people, man. But yeah, this is a deep one. And honestly, this is just one of those messages where, like, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it because this stuff is beyond the surface. And see, this type of stuff is why they come for you too. And I'm going to be very real too. Like, and people, if you know when it comes to that stuff. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I mean, us being like I want to say chosen by God, us people who are really spiritual in God, like we just have to, we just can't underestimate these matters when it comes to these elite people, but also we just already truly just have the fear of God and all that stuff too. So we really fear him more than this earth realm, is what you gotta understand. But yeah, we still do like question the God of Israel about a lot of things, all this deep stuff. Yeah. But overall, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I mean, these people pretty much these people try to speak out for these certain people who are somewhat still conscious. And then pretty much they just clone these certain people because they're exposing too much and they have too much of an influence, and they don't want souls to be saved from hell. Because you got to understand that these industry people and all these people, even Hollywood too. I don't even talk about that stuff, but God is leading me to share this particularly in this for some reason. But yeah, I mean, these people, they already know that God is real, and they also already know that hell is real, and they know all this other stuff that you people don't believe in. And that's the reason why you're going to be a part of hell, because you guys worship this stuff right here, cloning and all that. You guys worship these people too. That's the thing. You people put this stuff before God. And see, I was never in this category. And yeah, I'm going to just share a little bit about me too before I get more into this cloning stuff too. But like I said, I'm already knowing about this stuff. And with the celebrity stuff too, I mean, no, I never worshiped celebrities. Have I acknowledged them and all this stuff and giving my energy and time to all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, I have, of course. I've already been transparent about this. I do look up to certain celebrities too, because they are chosen by God. And then others, no, they're not. But overall, I never worshiped them. No, I never did that. And I never put them before God, no, I never did that stuff. That's what you gotta understand about me. But see, you people are not in this category. And that's why a lot of you will be a part of hell. And for many other different reasons as well, you still will be a part of hell. But anyhow, I mean, this cloning stuff, they pretty much just they're just cloning many people. That's the thing. It's outside of these influential people too. There's many beings that they're cloning. And, these physician, however you say that word, physician people or laboratory type people. Yeah, they're cloning beings. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty much making replicas of certain people and using many things concerning DNA of stuff and pretty much just deceiving the masses. And more souls are really just going to hell, though. That's what you gotta understand. And there's a lot of sacrificial stuff that takes place with this cloning stuff too. So I mean, God just shows mercy to whom he shows mercy to. So yeah, I mean, these certain people who are speaking out and stuff like that, all this stuff. I mean, you never truly know if it's just the DNA of somebody or if it's actually them. I'm just going to be real at this point, because the thing about it is like I said, this cloning stuff is real. And see, it's deeper than that industry stuff, and these celebrity people and all that stuff is deeper than them. But yeah, they're a part of it too. But see, there's other beings and, there's other beings. I'm going to just say that, it doesn't matter the age or anything. Or being too, that's what I'm saying. Beings are being cloned, and a lot of stuff, more stuff will be getting cloned and all this stuff. So yeah, this is one of those messages. Once again, I was truly debating about with God, but like I said, a lot of you people, like I said, you don't understand this stuff. But yeah, I mean, you people are done. Like I said, I already know. I'm already knowing, and but yeah, I mean, getting back to this, I mean, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really get caught up with all this stuff, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I just know, yeah, cloning is a real thing. It's basically just DNA being really just DNA being transferred and replicas being made of a particular individual, if I'm being real. And many souls really just perish and end up in hell due to them rejecting God and all this deep stuff, these certain people. Now, I'm not going to be specific in all this stuff, but all I'm saying is, yeah, it's a real matter. And yeah, it's outside of just celebrities and all that stuff. There's many other beings, you can say kids, all this deep stuff, and other organisms and all this stuff in a way. And yeah, cloning is real, and it will continue. And God is in the midst of all this stuff, whether you believe it or not, too. But see, everything will not be obvious to everybody, and everybody will not be believing in this and all that stuff. I'm already knowing. But yeah, I mean, it is a real thing. And pretty much the people who don't really accept the real Jesus, yeah, I mean, of course they end up in hell and all that stuff, and it doesn't matter what influence they have or anything. So these conscious people who, these certain people who are conscious, you people consider conscious and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter when it comes to that too, because if they're not conscious of repentance to the real Jesus and they never really accepted him, then, I mean, they're pretty much just getting replaced, and their soul is in the eternal state of hell and lake of fire and many other worse places in the spirit world. So these people who are speaking out, it's not what you think, is all I'm trying to say. And that's all I can really share concerning this cloning stuff. But yeah, I mean, it is real. And many beings will be cloned, And it's just a real matter, It's just a replica of the individual. And there's many forms of cloning, too. There are many forms. Well, I will not get into everything concerning this. But, God just led me to do this particular message. And Really, I was debating with him about this too. I really was. But yeah, it is a real matter. And no, I do not. Honestly, I don't. I don't really get. Excuse me. I don't really get caught up with this stuff for real like that. Is what you gotta understand. Yeah, I'm aware of it, but what you gotta understand, there's deeper things going on beyond that too. This is like a relevant matter in a way. Don't get me wrong, but there's deeper things. And when I say that, I'm talking about stuff to, fulfill for God's kingdom. But see, you people don't care about that. You people worry about this type stuff. And that's the reason why a lot of you people will be in hell, because you put all this stuff before God. And see, a lot of you're going to be cloned in some form of way too. I'm being real. And God is going to be doing it too on a personal level, spiritual, personal level. Whether you believe this or not, this is deep. And a lot of you will be cloned though. I'm being real because it's not a game though with this. That's the thing. Cloning is real. But see, a lot of you people, you don't understand that souls are perishing and more people are just going to hell. More people. I'm talking about billions of souls just burning, and like that's what I'm saying. There is a lot of people in heaven too, but there's more souls going to hell. That's just a real reality. This is biblical too. And that's what I'm saying. These people who be speaking out and, appearing to be conscious and all this stuff, what you gotta understand is that this cloning stuff is just taking place on so many forms and even behind the scene. So no, it will not be an obvious thing. And also, more people will just go to hell. That's what you gotta understand. It doesn't matter what you think. Their souls is what I'm talking about. So the stuff you people get caught up with on the surface of people and all this stuff, okay, keep getting caught up with it. But you gotta understand that the afterlife is real. And also you gotta understand that this stuff is already predestined stuff, is what you gotta understand. So as far as this cloning stuff, yeah, they pretty much just, it's just replica of people and beings, and DNA stuff, like DNA being transferred and reutilizing it to create a replica, pretty much. That's what it is. And yeah, many people and beings are cloned. That's really what it is too. Now, it won't be obvious who is and who isn't. I already know these things by the Spirit of God. But you people, you're going to forever worship this stuff. And see, what you got to realize is that you people are not going to be a part of heaven, though. See, I'm already a part of heaven, and all glory to the true and living God. But see, you people, you're done. That's what I'm telling you. So, yeah, with all that being said, though, yeah, this cloning stuff is real. And once again, if they have not accepted the real Jesus, then their soul is just given over to hell by the God of Israel. I'm going to just leave it at that. And many other dark places in the spirit world. Everything else, you people, you shouldn't even be worried about. It doesn't matter what you look up, and it doesn't matter how much you people try to seek out all this stuff. You people gotta understand that God is watching this stuff too. The angels, I keep telling you, the angels are recording everything we do. So you people who, you worship this stuff, okay. God is gonna be bringing this stuff up too. He is on your judgment day. And see, you people don't believe in this stuff, and this is why you're going to be handed over to being cloned too. Just like these people that you are so obsessed with and beings, God is going to clone you himself, though. And you don't got to believe me, but I'm just telling you what he's leading me to share in the spirit. He's going to clone a lot of you on a supernatural level. I'm going to just leave it at that. And some of you are already partaking in this now. By the Spirit, I already know this stuff too. So I'm saying it's not a game, it's not a joke either. But see, I'm not the God of Israel. Is what you gotta understand. I'm not him. So he can do what he wants when it comes to a lot of you people, because God already said he was gonna do certain things, people. And what you gotta understand is that this cloning stuff, God is aware of it, obviously. But you people don't understand. He's still the God of Israel. He still is, people. And a lot of you will be cloned by God. So you can just take that how you want to take it. You don't got to worry about these people, these physicians, however you say that, and these laboratory people, scientists, whatever you want to say. You don't got to worry about them, because God is going to clone you himself. And once God clones you, there's just no coming back from that stuff. That's all I'm going to say. Your soul is already given over to the enemy. I'm going to just leave it at that point. And with all that being said, I mean, yeah, this is my take on the cloning stuff and just cloning, and once again, I would not be able to give this to you if I was truly just not of God's kingdom. I would have already been cloned too. That's what you got to understand about this too. And there's many more things that will be coming my way on the surface. I'm already knowing, but this is a very deep one. And once again, I did debate about, getting into this, but God is leading me to do this. It's about his will and his kingdom. And I'm not, I'm not backing down. I already told you people this many, many times, but a lot of you people, you're just not a part of God's kingdom too. Before I close this out, I keep telling you people, like, I'm just a pure soul in this stuff. I'm not no perfect being or nothing, but I do belong to heaven, and I do belong to God and I'm a part of his kingdom. And, I work with the holy angels and all that deep stuff too. I do. And that's why you're getting this. But like I said, God will be handling all this stuff, and he is in the midst of all this stuff. And a lot of you will be given over to the enemy, you people who have not repented to the real Jesus, I'll just leave it at that. And with all that being said, I mean, I'm out.